Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the Messy Sweet Spot. Honey, I got some tea for you guys. So we have Kevin Jr. here. He's talking to his father. But also, after that video, I have another video, and it's talking about the secret relationship with Towanda. And guess what, girl? Towanda is nasty. She trifling. If this is true, they are saying that she was sleeping around and creeping around with Kevin Jr. Okay? Honey, when I tell you, she is, I always question her taste in men. You know, she always go for the broke men. She always go for the men she have to take care of. But then to go after Kevin Jr.'s father, y'all have to see this video in its entirety. Make sure you guys watch. Let's see what's going on, okay?
What pretty much happened? I'm not gonna talk in code. I can clip this, whatever. I had a miscarriage. I had a baby on the way. So that was my emergency. So when I called the producers for the show, I was like, I can't find my license because I lost it in my bag. So he was like, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I can try to drive down there. I was like, all right. So I called one of my friends up. I was like, so we can get a rental. We can shoot down to Atlanta. I can go get my suit because the lady for Tawanda's wedding, she texted me. And then I was like, I called the producer. I was like, well, I didn't get my suit yet. And he was like, it's already here. So I'm like, okay. When I was talking to my friend, my girl called me. She was like, I'm bleeding. I'm going to the hospital. So I was over at my sister's house that day. My sister took me to her job. I called the ambulance. The ambulance came, took her to the hospital. We was in the hospital for like a full day, from like 2 p.m. to like 6 a.m. the next day. So I'm just sitting there taking care of her because the doctor just said she had a miscarriage. All right, now I can't go. So I had to call my aunt and say, like, yeah, I can't make it. My girl just had a miscarriage, so I had to miss the wedding. You understood that. I kept it on secret, on hush hush, but since I keep getting asked, and then it's making it seem like Towanda just pretty much said, no, you can't be in it. Nah, I was in the wedding. I was supposed to be not the best man, but a groomsman. I couldn't make it. I can't do nothing about it. I wasn't going to leave my girl after she had a miscarriage by herself. I mean, I feel like a shitty person for that. Her first child, my first time dealing with a miscarriage, I'm not doing that. That's not happening. I had to pick and choose. As a man, I had to pick and choose which one's worth it. Me staying with my girl after his miscarriage or go to a wedding. I mean, we were pretty much involved. We've been dating for, a year plus. I made the decision to not go. I said not to go. Now, like I said, I could have drove down to Atlanta because I didn't have my license. I didn't have my physical license on me. But I could have had my friend drive me down there. He has a friend down there. I could stay with either my grandmother or my cousin.
Y'all, grab your snacks because the Braxton family drama just went from a simmer to a boil, and I am here to give you all the tea, honey. We're talking about Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. finally sitting down to have a conversation. And baby, when I tell you it was uncomfortable, refreshing, and downright messy, I mean every word. Now, the public has been screaming asking why Traci's son is nowhere on the Braxton family show. Like, where is Kevin Jr.? And where is Traci's whole entire husband? The man she was married to, where is he? Because last time I checked, when you lose somebody, you rally around the people they loved most. But apparently, the Braxtons didn't get that memo, and now more details about this family drama are coming out, and honey, it is messy. So Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. finally had this sit down, and people are calling it refreshing because at least they're talking. But here's the spicy part. Word on the street is that Towanda allegedly tried to sabotage their whole father-son relationship. Yes, Towanda. And before y'all come for me, just know Traci herself warned people about this for years.
Well, Traci.
It is as well, Traci.
It's not a well, Traci, because if you know
absolutely.
your sister, I had no idea y'all was going to do it last night. Why would you do that? Or have your boyfriend do that last night?
Well,
No, everything that's no, it's no but.
okay, I'll let you finish.
Because, go ahead then, Towanda, since you want to antagonize somebody. So don't play with me.
Okay.
Because guess what? You know exactly what you're doing. Don't be looking like that, you snake ass son of a gun. You're a snake, and you like controversy, and you like all of that.
Okay.
So why would you do that?
So Traci had always, and I mean always, warned people about Towanda. She called her a snake, a son of a gun, and said Towanda was known for allegedly stealing. And the streets? Honey, the streets have been calling Towanda a thieving asterisk hole for years. And now, during this interview, all these claims are resurfacing, and suddenly everything Traci said is starting to make sense. Now, let's talk about this interview because, baby, it got uncomfortable. Kevin Jr. kept pushing back against his father, and Kevin Sr. is sitting there speaking so lovingly, so sincerely, and mind you, this man has been dealing with health issues. He even had a seizure, y'all. So for him to still try to reach out to his son takes strength. But Kevin Jr. is acting like somebody got in his ear and filled his head with poison. They even brought up their past physical altercation, which was heavy. But despite the tension, at least they're talking. If y'all want to see this whole messy conversation, the video is called Continuing the Legacy of Traci Braxton. Let's get into the real tension points. One major blowup happened when Kevin Sr. mentioned that Lauren had a close bond with Traci, and that Traci felt Lauren had been pushed out. Baby, Kevin Jr. did not like hearing that. He got upset and shut it down quick. He didn't want to hear pushed out in reference to Lauren, and that moment got tense real fast. Then we get to the next of kin situation, and this is where Kevin Jr. showed somebody's been feeding him bad information. Kevin Sr. called himself Traci's next of kin, which legally he was. When you're married, your spouse is your next of kin. But Kevin Jr. got mad. He said next of kin means the kids, and really believed it. But baby, that's not how it works. Traci's husband was legally her next of kin.
Yeah. How about you?
You keep skedazzling it.
I'm not dazzling.
A lot's going on with your transition, man.
Yeah, I'm dating now, so
Okay.
I mean, I've been dating for a little bit. She cool peoples.
Okay.
Yeah, so trying to work hard. That's it.
Yeah. It's this Trump it ain't no joke with the job.
God.
You know, the federally, they on pause right now, and
Sure is.
you know, it's serious right now in reference to our current state of being, but we're making the best of it. It sound like that's cool, man. Wanted to get the session started back up, man, and just kind of see where we at. You know, we are the next to kin with Trey, and you know, I think a lot of cases people want to kind of like forget about her legacy, and I think it'll definitely be us that keep it moving. You know what I mean? To the best of our ability.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think they want to forget about her legacy. I think it's been so much that has transpired, and like so much like hand has been involved. No one really knows where to like go from there next.
What you mean?
Well, you know, she had her team. She had her team and stuff, and great team. You know, I like what they done for my mom's career. But I feel like it was a point where two different entities wasn't like going. You know, it was clashing. So I think that was like the biggest thing. Now I'm just trying to move forward so we can go ahead and build on the legacy she already left off at. You know, she has the foundation. She still has music that can be released and stuff. And you know, with the show, they're still trying to at least show her as much as they can. Now, only thing that I can say is she was the glue. And I think with that happening is, you know, when glue loosens, you know, it goes away. And I think that's like the biggest thing. And I was hoping for this season they have the Braxtons. It would be me still being on there to at least give, or at least tell a story. And just be that person that can be the mouthpiece of her.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you totally, wholeheartedly. And I'm gonna tell you that one of the biggest problems, Kevin. And you know, I tell people that's been in a marriage for decades or years, they understand the valleys and peaks about marriage, and that was me. I really feel like God will speak. He will speak to it. And the vices and the strongholds that try to discount that will have to answer. And that's the bottom line. And I really feel like that, you know, when you stand before God and you take those vows that's given you have to really understand that there's protection in that. And when you live that, you understand it. I'm not outside looking in it. You know what I mean? I was in it. And that was the whole, how old are you?
Almost 30.
Somebody clearly didn't explain that to Kevin Jr., or worse, explained it wrong on purpose to make Kevin Sr. look bad. Kevin Jr. also mentioned he thought he'd return to the Braxton show to speak about his mother and keep Traci's legacy alive. And honestly, that would have been beautiful. Many people agree having Traci's son honoring her memory would have been powerful, but instead, he's not on the show. Traci's husband isn't on the show, and people are asking, why? Here's where it gets messier. There's confusion about why Traci's husband wasn't welcomed after her passing. People say the family wants full control over everything, her image, her legacy, and don't want anyone else having a say. But here's the kicker. The family didn't even attend Traci's funeral. They did not show up. Their excuse? They said they didn't come because he shouldn't have had a funeral. Baby, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You don't come to your sister's funeral because you disagree with her husband having one? Make it make sensey. Kevin Sr. believes the family doesn't want him on the show because he knows too much. He's been around almost 30 years. He knows the secrets, the dynamics, the real family business. But now they're treating him and Traci's son like outsiders, which completely contradicts their claims about loving Traci. If you loved her, you'd embrace the people she loved. Period.
You know, your mom really fell in love with Lauren because of, you know what the because of is?
I feel like there was a light.
Definitely. That's why she felt that daughter.
Yeah.
You know, mom connection. And Lauren was kind of pushed out. And your mom felt that too, at a good point. She said this to me. Huh?
Look at the blankie.
No, tell me what you about.
Nah, because I don't. Because that's speaking on Mikey's character too. I don't feel like that's cool.
So I lived it. So like everything that I speak on, I saw.
I understand that.
So I'm not talking about nobody's character, and they're already talking about things this season in reference to characters. So I'm not going to talk about anyone's character. I'm gonna talk about.
She got pushed out.
Well, it could be a lot of ways she was pushed out. Tell me what you think I'm thinking about.
Pushed out. I have a few ideas what you mean by being pushed out. I mean, I don't feel like she got pushed out. I feel like just how on our side of the states, we got this side, that side, we got LA side.
So I lived it, right? And so what I mean by I lived it, I held both of them in my arms. They was babies, right? So do you remember their mother?
I never.
Yeah, I remember their mother, right? So it's not like I wasn't there. I wasn't 100% there.
I say he wasn't there.
So what I'm saying is when I say push out, I can say it from a whole lot of levels.
So we meant,
because Ashley just talked about what she went through, right?
Yeah.
So I knew what she was going through on many levels. And myself and your mom used to talk about this. So it's not like I don't know all these different levels of what happened. And as far as me going into details, I'm not into that. Not on this. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is...
As the interview goes on, it gets more combative. Multiple moments where both look visibly uncomfortable, especially when topics like Lauren, Mikey, and family relationships come up. Kevin Jr.'s demeanor toward his father was tense from the start. When Kevin Sr. talked about Traci and Lauren being close, Kevin Jr. reacted like his father was attacking someone. He accused Kevin Sr. of attacking Mikey's character, even though nothing said was personal. It seemed like someone filled Kevin Jr.'s head with misinformation. And here's the tea. It seems like Mikey's trying harder to impress the Braxtons than support his own father. That's SAD, y'all. Kevin Sr. explained he's been in this family almost 30 years. He helped raise Lauren and Ashley. He was there. Now he's just trying to connect with his son and honor Traci's memory. But Kevin Jr.'s resistance felt unnatural. Like it wasn't fully coming from him. It felt influenced, coached, like someone had been in his ear. And this brings me to my final observation. The father clearly wants peace and connection, but the son is showing resistance, discomfort, and emotional conflict. which aligns perfectly with rumors that Kevin Jr. was allegedly being brainwashed by Towanda. When you look at the evidence, hear Traci's warnings, and see how Kevin Jr. is acting toward a father who clearly loves him, it all adds up. This whole situation is tragic and messy. A family that should be coming together to honor Traci is falling apart, and the people who loved her most are being pushed aside. I hope Kevin Jr. can see through whatever influence is clouding his judgment, and that he and his father find real peace. Life is too short, and Traci would want her family, all of her family, together. Alright y'all, that's the tea. Go watch that full interview, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let me know what y'all think is really